Magnolia pudding. Just the name sounds elegant, right? This dessert is a classic, a blast from the past. Imagine the American South years ago. This pudding was a staple, gracing tables with its creamy goodness. It's simple, it's delicious, and it's making a comeback. What is Magnolia pudding exactly? Picture this, a luscious, creamy vanilla pudding layered with crisp, buttery wafers. It's the perfect blend of textures and flavors, a real crowd pleaser. Trust me, once you try it, you'll be hooked. The best part? Making Magnolia pudding is easier than you think. Don't be intimidated by the fancy name. With a few simple ingredients and my easy-to-follow steps, you'll be impressing your friends and family in no time. Ready to unlock the secrets of this timeless dessert? Let's gather our ingredients and get started on this delicious journey together. Now let's talk ingredients. Just like any good recipe, quality matters. We want the best to create that unforgettable Magnolia pudding experience. First up, the star of the show, the pudding. We're using a classic vanilla pudding mix. But here's the secret, ditch the pre-made stuff. We're going old school and making it from scratch. Don't worry, it's easier than you think, and the taste, out of this world. Next, the wafers. These aren't your average cookies. We're using vanilla wafers, those thin, crispy delights. They add the perfect crunch and a hint of sweetness. Of course, no good pudding is complete without milk. Go for whole milk here, folks. It adds richness and creaminess that you just can't beat. And a touch of sugar to bring out the sweetness. Last but not least, a pinch of salt. Sounds strange in a dessert, right? But trust me, a tiny pinch enhances all the flavors, making them pop. Stay tuned, because next we'll dive into the step-by-step process of creating this southern delight. You won't want to miss it. Alright, pudding enthusiasts, let's get down to business. Get your mixing bowls ready because we're about to create magic. First, we tackle the vanilla pudding. In a saucepan, whisk together our pudding mix, sugar, and that pinch of salt I told you about. Now slowly pour in the milk, whisking constantly. See? Easy peasy. Now place the saucepan over medium heat and keep whisking. You want to make sure the pudding doesn't stick to the bottom. As you whisk, you'll feel it starting to thicken. That's the magic happening. Once the pudding reaches a nice, thick consistency, remove it from the heat. Give it a final whisk, making sure it's smooth and lump-free. Now, here comes the fun part, layering. Choose your favorite dish, whether it's a trifle bowl or individual glasses. But hold on! I'm not going to reveal the entire layering process just yet. Keep reading to discover my secret tips and tricks for creating the ultimate Magnolia pudding. Now my friends, it's time for some insider secrets. These tips will take your Magnolia pudding from good to, oh my goodness, this is incredible. Remember those vanilla wafers? Don't just layer them straight from the box. Here's a little trick, lightly crush some of them. This creates pockets of crunchy goodness throughout the pudding. When layering, don't be afraid to get creative. You can create a beautiful swirl effect with the pudding, and for an extra touch of elegance, use a piping bag for a professional look. Want to really impress? Toast some chopped pecans or walnuts and sprinkle them between the layers. The nutty crunch adds a whole new dimension of flavor and texture. And here's my top secret tip. Once assembled, let the Magnolia pudding chill in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. This allows the flavors to meld and the wafers to soften just slightly, creating that perfect balance of creamy and crunchy. After what feels like forever but is really just a couple of hours, your Magnolia pudding is ready for its grand debut. Carefully remove it from the refrigerator. Now take a moment to admire your creation. See how beautifully the layers have set? You've done it. Now for the finishing touches. A dollop of freshly whipped cream is a must. It adds a touch of lightness and a hint of sweetness. And for that extra oomph, sprinkle over some more crushed vanilla wafers. Serve your Magnolia pudding in chilled bowls or elegant dessert glasses. And here's a little secret. A sprig of fresh mint adds a touch of elegance and a burst of freshness. Your friends and family will be amazed by this classic southern dessert. And the best part? You made it yourself. So there you have it, the secrets to creating a Magnolia pudding that will have everyone begging for seconds. It's easier than you think, right? Now it's your turn. Gather your ingredients, put on your apron, and let's get baking. Don't forget to share your Magnolia pudding masterpieces with me on social media. I can't wait to see your creations.